What's going on, guys? JSGC here, back again for another video. Today we're going to be doing my preview of Manchester City's game against Leicester City away from home. Will we finally see City do some rotation and see some of the young players featuring for Manchester City? I hope so. Thought we might have seen them on Boxing Day. We didn't really see them. Maybe here we will. Who knows? Let's see. Anyway, before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. Social media links there in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video. 100 likes is the aim. And do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. So, match information: this game taking place at the King Power Stadium in the Premier League on match day number 19 as we reach the halfway stage on Sunday, 29th of December 2024 with 2:30 PM GMT kickoff time, with the game being broadcast live on Sky Sports. Anybody heading down to the King Power Stadium for this game, do have a cracking away day and do keep yourselves safe. Final thing, fun fact: this is going to be Pep Guardiola's 500th game in charge as Manchester City manager. Hopefully a win for Manchester City to celebrate that monumental achievement. So, opponents: Leicester City, formed in 1884, led by manager Ruud van Nistelrooy, currently find themselves in the relegation zone, 18th in the Premier League with 14 points from 18 games, 3 wins, 5 draws, 10 losses. They've not won in 4 games. They've lost the last 3 games. They drew 2-2 against Brighton at home. They followed that up with a 4-0 away loss against Newcastle United, a 3-0 home loss against Wolves, and a 3-1 Boxing Day defeat away from home against Liverpool. Now, in terms of dangers, I don't think their defence is too bad, to be honest. The likes of Vestergaard and Cody, there's physical presence there, so there's height there. Crosses into the box from City just aren't going to be the way forward. They're going to be dealing with them in the air, just like Everton were with Branthwaite and Tarkowski. They were dealing with balls into the box, and Vestergaard and Cody are going to be doing the exact same. Also got some presence in midfield. Samare, Winks, there's some legs in there. Patson Daka starting up top. You've got James Justin starting at right back. Jordan Ayew an option in attack as well. Got plenty of Premier League experience in there. I look at their team and I'm thinking to myself, it's not great, but certainly not a bad team either. You've got options like Chowdhury for midfield on the bench as well. Leicester, they have nothing to lose here going into this game, and to me, their best bet of picking up a result is to take the game to City and attack us. Other teams have and come away with points and come away with wins. This is why Manchester City's poor form is here. They're vulnerable, and if Leicester want to have a go, they've got every capability of being able to come away from this game with points, maybe even a win. Now, in terms of injury news, Fatouat and Didi Piera and Hermansen all out. Jamie Vardy believed to be touch and go. I don't think he's going to be risked, but we could see him come off from the bench if needed. Now, I'm expecting Leicester to line up with a 4-2-3-1 formation like they did at Anfield and made a good account for themselves. They took the lead at Anfield to cause Liverpool a lot of problems. Liverpool had to be clinical, had to be at their best to pick up a win and pick up a comfortable win in the end. And it's the same for Manchester City. If we want to win, we've got to put in a high quality performance. It's a Premier League game away from home. Anything short of a very good performance and we'll be dropping points. So I'm expecting Leicester to line up with Stolazic in goal, if I've said his name correctly, Justin at right back, Christensen at left back, and Cody and Vestergaard as their 2 centre backs. Samare and Winks as their 2 central midfielders, with El Canoe starting further ahead of them. I reckon it'll be Mavididi on the left hand side, Jordan Ayew on the right hand side, and Patson Daka starting up top in the absence of Jamie Vardy. Manchester City, formed in 1894, led by manager Pep Guardiola, currently find ourselves 7th in the Premier League and needing a win. It's 1 win in 13 games in all competitions for Manchester City. We drew on Boxing Day, 1-1 against Everton at home. Game before that, we lost against Aston Villa by 2-1. We lost the Manchester Derby before that as well. 2 draws and 3 losses in Man City's last 5 games in all competitions. We haven't won since the beginning of this month, with a 3-0 home win against Nottingham Forest. And fun fact, if the league had started on November 1st, Manchester City would be sitting bottom of the league. It's relegation form from City at the moment, and I think City are guilty of just trying to coast their way into January to bring reinforcements in, but there's plenty of games still to play between now and the possibility of City bringing in reinforcements, and these games could be crucial come the end of the season, and this poor form has got to end sooner rather than later, because if we leave not picking up any more wins until the end of January or into February, then season could well be over, and we'll face a second half of the season, start getting a run of form and picking up 12, 13 wins in a row, and it could be absolutely meaningless because this poor run of form has just gone on far too long. Every point counts right now, and we need 3 points here. We need to end 2024 on a positive and a win. Please. Dangers for Man City everywhere on the pitch despite the poor form, but we are missing several players. Bobb and Rodri, both long-term absentees for Manchester City. I reckon John Stones and Nathan Ake will be out for this game. They were both rushed back from injury to try and sort out our shaky defence, and it's not paid dividends for City because the squad management has just been poor. And rather than using youngsters like Simpson-Pusey and giving him a game or two here or there, just to allow John Stones and Ake a few more days to recover, which could have served them really well, we're now here at a point where we're down to the bare bones once more in defence after getting reinforcements back. And I don't want us to be rushing players back. We've got high quality young players utilised, and the likes of James McAtee not getting minutes during this poor form to me is criminal. Jacob Wright is good to go. Simpson-Pusey is good to go. Mbama's on the bench. If Haaland needs a rest, utilise these young players, chuck them in at the deep end. And to me, I understand wanting to protect the players, and you don't want them to be exposed, but if Man City put in a poor performance and the experienced players are out there, then that to me is unforgivable. If there's young players out there and mistakes have been made, I'm going to say fair enough. I wasn't disheartened. I took nothing away from that Sporting game that we lost away from home when Simpson-Pusey started, because it gave us information on Simpson-Pusey's performance, and he'll have learnt a lot from that, and he'll have grown as a player. And yeah, he's not really been given his opportunity since, because City think that he's out of his depth. But if he's got plenty of cover and world-class players around him, then to me, you can manage with 1 or 2 young players featuring here or there, and these young players could really come into their own. Now's the time to be blooding them in my opinion, and if we're able to do that, it could just save us a lot of money in the future. In the end, we're not going to utilise them. These young players are going to grow frustrated, like James McAtee is, and ultimately they'll end up leaving the club, and then we'll be looking at James McAtee doing really well at another Premier League team, and the cycle repeats itself, like we've seen with the likes of Morgan Rogers, Taylor Harwood, Bellis, etc, etc, etc. Utilise the young players as far as I'm concerned. Ruben Diaz is out. We don't know what's happening with Matheus Nunes, with Ederson, Kyle Walker, and Jack Grealish as well. They all didn't feature on Boxing Day, so I'm going to presume that they're out of this game as well due to the tight turnaround on the games. So it means Manchester City don't really have much choice when it comes to our starting 11. So I'm going to pop up my team prediction now. It'll be Ortega starting in goal. I reckon Lewis will start and he'll go into midfield. So you'll see a back three. And I reckon if Ake and John Stones aren't fit and available for this game, Simpson-Pusey's got to be given the nod. So I'd go Akanji on the right, Simpson-Pusey on the going through the centre, and Josko Gvardiol goes on the left-hand side. And I tell Akanji and Gvardiol, you're not going forward. Sit and defend and utilise that back three and let Lewis drop deep if he needs to, and don't have Gundogan running, just have him sit right in front of the defence as extra protection. So you've always got 4 or 5 players back, and you organise that defensive line. I'd be looking at Akanji as the most experienced player at the back there, and he can organise a back line because I've seen him do it for Switzerland, and he was outstanding in the European Championships organising that back line. He was captain material for them, and there's no reason that if Diaz isn't there and Kyle Walker's not there as your captain, why Akanji can't be that leader at the back. I'd tell him to stay back and organise that back line and see how we get on. Try and keep things nice and tight, nice and narrow. Don't allow Leicester any opportunities coming forward on the counter-attack, and try and tell the midfielders to try and drop a little bit deeper to fill in them spaces and try and distribute and try and create opportunities. Savinho was creating opportunities for Man City against Everton on Boxing Day. Jeremy Doku's got pace that could really hurt Justin at right back. I'd go with Phil Foden and Kevin De Bruyne for extra creativity through midfield, and then Erling Haaland starts up top is what I would be going for. I'm going with Gundogan over Kovacic here because Gundogan is the fresher of the two, so I'd rotate Kovacic. De Bruyne didn't start on Boxing Day, no idea why, but I'd go with him and give a little bit of rest here for Bernardo Silva, and I'm giving a nod to JSP. And to me, I want to be seeing the likes of McAtee getting an opportunity. If Jacob Wright's fit, I'd like to see him given an opportunity, and if Haaland's needing a bit of a rest, then I have no problem in throwing Mbama in. What's the worst that could happen? Erling Haaland's not currently scoring many goals right now, so Mbama, if he comes in and doesn't score any goals, what's the difference? There you go. Score predictions. Now, it's a difficult one. I'm going 1-1. I think Man City, if they can turn up, I think we could win this game 2-1, maybe even 3-1. If we don't turn up, I think Leicester can sneak it and win this game 2-1. Could go any way. It's very unpredictable, which is why I've kind of gone on the fence and gone 1-1. But yeah, I can see this being 1 win in 14 games for Manchester City. And what I've seen from City over the last 2 months has given me no confidence in this City side. I hope they can prove me wrong, but right now, I'm losing the faith in what they can offer. At the moment, we're coasting to January, hoping to bring reinforcements in, and yeah, that's where we're at. Anyway, betting tips, I reckon Vardy, if he ends up being fit and starting this game, I can see him scoring at any time. If he doesn't start, Daka could be a safe bet, but I can see Jordan Ayew with experience potentially scoring any time. And I fancy for City, if Doku ends up starting, maybe him grabbing a goal. I think he could be Man City's main outlet here when it comes to potentially trying to break open Leicester's defence. Whilst Leicester's defence has got height and precision there, it doesn't have legs. So run at it. So I'd be asking Erling Haaland to be making runs into the channel, Doku to be taking on his man, and I'd be asking for Savinho to try and cut in and try and technically create some opportunities along with De Bruyne and Foden trying to be more direct. Now, next up, Leicester, they play Aston Villa away next Saturday at 3 p.m, their first game in 2025. For Manchester City, we take on West Ham at home on Saturday at 3 p.m. too on January 4th, which will also be our first game in 2025. Last note, I will be doing a live watch-along of this game. The link will be out today for you to go and set your reminders for, so I will see you on Sunday at 2 p.m. GMT, ready for the 2:30 p.m. GMT kickoff time for Leicester City against Manchester City in the Premier League as we officially hit the halfway stage of the Premier League season. So there we go, that has been today's video. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, please do leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this match. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links there in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries, and I'll see you all again for that live watch along tomorrow. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.